Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. Alright, so thank you all for watching my videos, thank you for subscribing, and thanks for the big support you are giving to my channel first of all. So in today's video I want to go back to talk about the €1 houses. So these cheap properties that some councils, some municipalities are selling for €1 in Italy. And so I'll go through one post on Facebook, on this group called Expats Living in Italy, where people are sharing their thoughts, their concerns, and so to investigate a bit better what are people's opinions about these €1 houses, because according to me they are very controversial. And so then at the end of the video I will share with you my honest opinion about these €1 houses, but generally who is watching my videos know very well what I'm thinking about the properties, my philosophy, how to purchase a property in Italy. Alright, so let's start and let's read the post, and then I'll go through the comments under the post and see the reactions of under this post. Now, someone says, "Hello, I didn't see this posted in the group Expats Living in Italy, but has anyone done the €1 program? Has it been acceptable or a nightmare? Does it depend on the municipality that you choose? Thank you very much for all your comments." Now, so let's start reading the comments under this post, because some of them are very interesting and it's well worth it to understand the dynamics. Now, someone said, "I looked into it in a lot of details, and in nearly every town or village with the houses for €1, it would be cheaper to buy a property in a better location for a cheaper price after you took into consideration all the requirements. Plus, the time commitment can make it very expensive." Now, I wasn't really familiar with this time commitment, but it seems like there are certain kind of restrictions, time restriction, which the municipality is putting these people and who wants to buy a €1 property. Plus, time commitment can make it very expensive. Many communes, many municipalities require you to complete the work in their time frame, not yours. Legal fees are often higher as well. So this is an interesting comment. Anyway, it opens this window about the time frame, which I wasn't, for example, aware. Now let me just read one reply. "I agree. Where I live in Sicily, you can find nice livable villas with affordable prices in the area you decide. And with some 20–40,000 euros you renovate them exactly as you wish, taking in a time frame that you wish." So it's a nice reply, and then someone is asking where about in Sicily. Anyway, she's not replying, but anyway, in Sicily there are many beautiful places where it's possible to buy houses, villas, even villas, not for big money. Then someone else says, "The other thing to consider is whether the scheme has a chance of working. Unless there's a very good take-up, you risk buying something that you can make beautiful, but which is surrounded by other properties in terrible condition." And I actually totally agree with this comment, with this comment. You already see this in some Tuscan villages. Now, I'm a bit surprised to see this referring to Tuscany. Okay, simply because Tuscany is one of the most beautiful regions in Italy, and I'd say it's much better for many reasons comparing to the southern Italian, to the south of Italy, which for example is more depressed financially, economically, with the job situation. and also anyway, because also a lot of people, a lot of are abandoning the villages in the south of Italy. I didn't know, for example, that in Tuscany they are facing the same problem. Um, I would move straight away to Tuscany. I consider Tuscany one of the most beautiful region, but and prices are quite high, but I didn't know there are villages which are completely abandoned, and you might buy a house over there and then being surrounded by many abandoned houses, which, I mean, it's not good. In particular, if you decide to invest a good amount of money and then you find yourself surrounded by many empty houses, abandoned houses, which is not nice. Now, there is a quite long comment. Let's see, let's read together. Those properties generally need a ton of work, and material costs have gone sky high in recent years. I totally agree. The material costs for renovations nearly double or triple, even triple, here in Italy in the last 5 years. I couldn't renovate a cheap derelict property for the same money as one already part completed. And the time it takes, we need to be able to use our place ASAP as soon as possible and have it rented out while we are not there to cover some of the costs. Anyway, the more annoying issue seems to be the fact that the €1 properties often need to be completed in a certain time frame. So again, they are referring about this time frame, which I wasn't aware. And there are simply not enough builders, plumbers, etc. to do the work. Those villages are barely inhabited. There are no local trades, and it's hard to get people to come from the towns when they've got enough work where they're settled. So it says even harder to find labor anyway that can help you to renovate the house. Then let's see another comment here. Plan on anything costing at least 3 times the original bid. Take at least 4 times as long. Don't expect anyone to be available August, December 15th to January 10th, Carnival, or any additional local feast, celebration days or religious holidays. Now, this is actually true in Italy, that it's very hard. It seems like some companies are not really reliable when it's coming these holidays, these celebration days, and I have to agree. Some workers might totally disappear, including Easter week, so we have so many during the year, and your works might stop simply because there are Christmas holidays, Easter holidays, summer holidays. So in Italy this is a bit particular. If you're not flexible and fluent in Italian and you don't have deep pockets, I like this expression, pockets full of money, then you are going to need really a good psychiatrist who does Zoom and good internet connection. I like it. Learn to aggressively queue up, and how to park your rental car. Exactly, also because if you're an American and then you have to rent a car, it might be very expensive, so your expenses might grow in many ways. So it's always important to not have these expenses growing badly. If not, it will get killed. If you're not prepared for the real price of gas and electricity, then you will need a lot of money to stay warm in winter and cool in summer, and everyone smokes. Now, everyone smokes in Italy. I'm a smoker, that's a bad habit, I know very well, but I saw many complaints about the fact that Italians are smoking a lot. I agree, I see many smokers wherever I go, including me, unfortunately, and everyone smokes. Welcome to rural Italy, it fits me like a glove. Anyway, kind of pro and cons comment. Then, how many true success stories are there? I don't know of many. Someone who has renovated and is happily living in the property 10 years later. Now, yeah, this €1 program, it started already more than 5 years ago. And it will be interesting, you know, to know someone, in particular an expat, who, for example, have invested in one of these €1 houses, renovated, and is still happily living. Now, I don't know one of these. I've never read a story. Actually, the only one is the one that was promoted on the CNN, which I actually also made a video of a woman that she bought for €1 in Sicily, and she ended up spending nearly 400,000 euros, or $400,000 anyway. The amount of money. That is the only one I know. Then I don't know if she's still happily living in this area, in this house that she bought. Now, let's see what else they say. I haven't thought I looked into it. I think it can be a great idea for some people, but I'm not one of them. The homes in the program generally need massive renovation, so you have to have a lot of money on hand to fix them up. And there are deadlines for getting it done. So you can't plan on it as a long-term project and do a little work whenever you can afford it. So you cannot do it in this way, like you do your little works when you can afford it. Seems like you have to follow certain kind of time frames. And this is one of the things that, anyway, here in the comments, it seems like it's affecting people more than anyone. Many of those homes are in remote towns with few services. If you can afford it, don't mind the location, you might be a good candidate. Anyway, yes, most of these towns are in remote location, and so there might be a lack of services. Then another comment here under the post is quite interesting. But this is from an Italian. All the other comments were from foreigners, from expats. In this case, here we have, if Italians are fleeing away, why should it be convenient for anybody to buy? And this is a good question anyway to ask. Obviously, Italians are leaving because maybe there's a lack of job, but in certain kind of cases, like me, I was on my terrace this morning and I was thinking, wow, I love it here. I mean, obviously, if there are people, I love the quiet life, the slow life. I repeated this many times in my video. Obviously, I don't have this issue with the work, for example, and I believe a lot of expats or are retired or are retiring, so they're gonna have an income, or people who have a passive income and they simply decide to come to live here in a good environment, so out from the stress of the city, from the booze of the city. So many people from abroad are choosing Italy, and in particular the south of Italy, also the center of Italy, like Marche region, Umbria and Tuscany, or Lazio, simply for the quality of the life. Obviously, if you can afford to live in these, let's say, in the center and in the south of Italy, if you have income, if you have savings, enough savings, yes, life can be a bit expensive, for sure, cheaper than anywhere else in Europe, for sure. So you might have a very decent life, according to me, but obviously if someone is a local and cannot find a job or is desperate, the only solution is to leave. Then I always blame young people to not be creative at all. Zero. For me, I see a this for me is the drama, in the meaning that I don't see these people mentally active, in the meaning that we are the one who create our future and create ourselves. Then if I'm expecting things to fall from the sky, better to go somewhere else. Even if the sacrifice, the compromise, the fact that these people are compromising, then there are many comments under this post, there are many replies under this comment. It's not worth it to read it, because they're arguing because, you know, was written by an Italian and so on. Then people start, you know, fighting on Facebook, one comment under another. Now, there's a comment in Italian. I'm gonna read this in Italian, I will translate to you. Non ci penso proprio neanche morta, soprattutto con le nuove idiozie green che stanno arrivando dall'UE, dalla Comunità Europea, e l'aumento delle tasse. Let me translate. She's saying, I'm not even thinking, I mean, in Italy we have the expression to say that not even if I'm dead, I'm gonna think to do something like that, to invest in a €1 property, not even dead, obviously. But this is the way anyway, it's an Italian expression, proprio neanche morta. Then, in particular with this stupid green, I don't know what you call it, you know, the European community is putting a lot of obstacles now to have greenhouses, not greenhouses, anyway, to make greenhouses that are energetical, at an energy anyway, energetical, like kind of say environment friendly, let's say, which are kind of agree, because anyway, I don't think this green policy is gonna work a lot. I disagree. I'm more in favor of cheaper gas, cheaper electricity, so to work more, because the renewable energies are very expensive anyway. Solar, wind, the electricity produced by this is quite expensive. So then I know someone might disagree with me, but I've been calculating with a friend who has a business installing solar panels on the, and he was not really recommending me, because he was complaining about the prices are too high and then you have to repay back. So in a long term it's not really efficient, but it's something that I would like to have on my roof, for example. But what I'm spending and the savings, it might take maybe 5-10 years to repay back my investment, which is too long. I think it should be in 2-3 years of installing. For example, if I'm going to pay a certain amount to put solar panels, I should repay back my investment between 2 and 3 years, and then I can say yes, it's an affordable energy. But if it's not in these timings, and then increasing taxes. Also, anyway, this one. Then let me read one more comment from our own personal experience of working on a home that wasn't €1, but this did need work. So you need the patience of a saint to go through the process of approvals for the renovations needed. Seismic retrofitting, updating electrical and plumbing. If time is no option for you, then other items to consider are: second, you might be able to remodel your place, but other homes in your immediate vicinity may be in a terrible state of repairs, which I agree. 3. Cost of materials, tradesmen, geometry, or proper engineers will inevitably run higher than expected. Research your town well. Make sure that you have access to what you need. Internet, medical care, groceries. If you will own or rent a car, will there be parking? These are all good points. Simply my 2 cents on the matter. I think reviving the areas that are losing their population is brilliant, but people need to enter into these deals understanding what is expected them in regards to completion time, to complete the job. Best of luck to you in your research. Okay, I'm not gonna read any more comments here, just to close the video and say that my opinion. Now, I believe that in Italy it's possible to buy houses with zero renovation works to do. So that's where I'm focusing. The prices in certain kind of regions, for example in the south of Italy, are not expensive. The property market is quite low, even if it might go even lower, but in some areas I think the prices in a 5 years time they might go in particular because the quality of the life and people are living the cities. But I always recommend to buy properties that are not in need of renovation. There are so many properties for sale, anywhere you look around, Puglia, Basilicata, Campania, Abruzzo, Molise, and I'm sure that it's possible to find properties with no renovation works to do at a very affordable price, and then you'll decide. When I'm saying affordable price, I say even less than 50,000 euros. So then if you go under 100,000 you will find plenty of properties, and then it's up to you anyway. Once you bought the house, if there's something you don't like and you want to change, you are always free to do all the renovation works that you want. But mainly, if a house is ready to live, then you decide the timing when you are going to fix something or to renovate something as you like. So I'm totally against the renovation works. I'm in favor of buying a property keys in hand, ready to live, and then it's up to me if I want to do some renovations or not. Alright, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video about the expat expectations here in Italy. And anyway, another update for the €1 houses. So it seems like, now to make a recap, it seems like these properties are not many people are deciding to go through this type of investment. Everyone is discouraging to go through this type of investment. So, and I personally, unless you find something really amazing, like a castle that you, I don't know, but even a castle, let's say, or the house of your dreams in an historical center in the town, in the center of a town, very historical, very valuable, I don't know, from historical value. So then you might think about it, but if it's not like that, I would highly discourage to go through these type of properties. Alright, my friends, I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel into my next video tomorrow. And so, in between Italy, a Place to Love, and Italy, a Place to Know. Now, thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love. Bye!